Roses are my favorite. Yellow is for friendship. Do you want to be my friend? White is for hope. Do you have any wishes? Pink is for passion. It's my favorite color. Red is for romance. And best of all, if you dial 1-900-HOT-HOTT, that's 1-900-HOT, you can decide what kind of rose you want to give to me.
Dumpsta Players present $1 Million Movie. Dumpsta Players present $1 Million Movie.
It's December 2016, and the duck boats are kaput. But one boat is still at sea, on the Delaware River, floating somewhere near a refinery in Marcus Hook. On board, the survivors include diva journalist Connie Porter, plastic surgeon Dr. Mendrakis, local real estate tycoon Rittenhouse, Philadelphia flower show decorator Uncle Poodle, bitch celebrity Zsa Zsa Gabor, and everyone's fave gatabout in town floozy, Mrs. Miller. We join the miserable survivors as they quack for help on Duck Boat.
We'll never be rescued. We're all going to die.
Oh, shut up, you. I have a very important interview with Malcolm Lazen at 4:30 this afternoon, and I can't seem to reach him on the phone. You know, you should try being more grateful for the things you do have.
Like what, for instance? Honey Poo Poo's Mama Poon stopped sexting me?
Oh, we're all gonna die.
Now everyone calm down. We just have to come up with a plan. If a plane flies over us, how will we attract their attention?
Well, I could drop my pants and moon them.
I can reflect the rays of the sun off of my huge diamond ring and signal them in Morse code.
I could sing one of my hit songs loudly. Everybody dance now. Burp, 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 burp.
Shut it! I know some bird calls.
I could stick my hands under my arms and make fart noises.
I know how to belly dance.
Yeah, and I can play spoons.
I can tap dance.
I can make cats' cradles out of dental floss.
Oh, we're all gonna die.
I have an idea. Let's sing a song to cheer us all up. What shall we sing? I know. Roll, roll, roll your boat.
That's a horrible
That
idea.
one.
Different song.
Oh, okay. How about something from Christopher Cross? Sailing takes me away where I'm going.
I, for one, am parched. Water, water everywhere, and not a single drop to drink.
I'm sleepy.
I'm bashful.
I'm grumpy.
I'm dyslexic.
Oh, I'm incontinent. Who's hungry? How about a pizza? Hey, buddy. Do you like pepperoni? I gotta feed my baby. Hello? Is this Domino? Esther, if that took longer than 30 minutes, isn't that supposed to be free?
Darling, really? Why must you insist on dragging around that decrepit instrument of death? That baby's been dead for weeks.
Oh, Dingo got my baby. I was wondering why I was so quiet.
I still got its shit under my fingernails from changing it.
By the way, I've been meaning to ask you, do you rent or own?
You mean Rent Boys? Pet Shop Boys? Wild Boys? I just love Duran Duran. The wild boys are calling on the way home from the farm.
If you don't shut up, I'm going to slap you.
Like that cop in Pasadena?
No, that cop I married and took him for all his money.
Stop it, all of you! Mrs. Miller, you've taken us a bridge too far. That disgusting pizza, your dead baby, that incessant quacking. Oh, I can't take another second.
Ms. Miller, that baby has got to go.
Now hold on, everyone here, hold on. Now, Mrs. Miller, your last month's rent and security deposit are in escrow, right? And that baby's name is on the lease, and that baby hasn't paid any rent, so you're definitely not going to get your security deposit back for the shit stains you left on the love seat.
Everyone, calm down. While it's true, Mrs. Miller has been challenging, even loud and disruptive, nonsensical, that's no reason to threaten her with expulsion. Unless her baby's fibromyalgia is spread to the hull of the boat and our deaths are imminent. Get it?
You son of a bitch, go help him.
Okay.
Well, buddy, it's been real, and it's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun. Don't give up on us, baby. Don't you forget about me. Don't, Billy. Don't be a hero. I will remember you. 'Cause baby, goodbye doesn't mean forever. Beep, beep, beep.
Stop that infernal racket, Mrs. Miller. We're all practically standing on death's door, and you're fiddling while Rome burns.
Ooh, I got me a fiddle, cakes on the griddle, and the sun's coming up. Life ain't nothing but a funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Will Mrs. Miller's baby get thrown overboard? Will Mrs. Miller herself become shark bait? Are there sharks in the Delaware River? Stay tuned for more of Cranford Pitchcock's Duck Boat.
When my doctor diagnosed me with Spilkas, I was scared, but my symptoms were increasing and I knew it was time for professional guidance. Keep your pants on, my doctor told me. Spilkas is a lifelong problem, but the symptoms can be effectively managed with diet, exercise, and a little blue pill called Hesodonda 923. Of course, the first question I asked was, were there 922 tries before they got this one right? My doctor laughed and ignored me. Since then, the change has been an incredible relief. Sure, I still feel irritated, agitated, and like I have ants in my pants, but with Hesodonda 923, I just don't care anymore.
Hesodonda 923 is dispensed by prescription only. Do not take this medication while sitting down. Do not take this medication while standing up. Do not taunt Hesodonda 923. Do not lie down for 42 hours after taking this medication. Side effects are rarely rare and may include nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, the runs, constipation, anal leakage, dizziness, irritable bowel syndrome, diabetes, bloody stools, and the need to bang one's head against a wall. Some people have reported not showering while taking Hesodonda 923 has caused excruciatingly severe body odor.
After you have Spilkas, ask your doctor if Hesodonda 923 is right for you.
Stop taking this medication and consult your medical professional immediately if you experience suicidal thoughts, homicidal thoughts, blindness, thoughts of poking yourself with a pointed stick, or thinking.
My world almost fell apart with my Spilkas. With Hesodonda 923, took it to a whole nother level.
When last we left things, Mrs. Miller and her baby were about to be thrown overboard by the survivors of the last voyage of the duck boats, Philly's notoriously disastrous Delaware River cruising company. Let's rejoin them now.
Now hold a one cotton-picking moment. Nobody move! I think I see a plane up on the horizon. Maybe they can rescue us.
Hey, over here! Over here!
Oh, damn! It was just a drone.
We're never gonna get off this boat. And my poison ivy display at the Philadelphia Flower Show needs to be disassembled. Who knows? I may have won first place.
Poison ivy? Oh, no wonder I've been so itchy.
Uncle Poodle, we might have to quarantine you, or worse yet, throw you overboard. You must let me in, give you a physical exam.
Over my dead body. We all know that you're responsible for all the dead bodies they dug up in the old city parking lots. You buried your patients there.
Oh, that used to be the really cruisy men's room back in JFK's day. I once hooked up with J. Edgar Hoover.
Oh, shut up, all of you. Especially you, Mrs. Miller. You know, you're one step away from seeing the bottom of the Delaware River. Oh, God. What is that horrible smell? Oh, it's coming from Zsa Zsa's direction.
I smell it too. Miss Gabor, is there something wrong? Is it that time of month?
Oh, darling, it has not been that time of the month since I was on the Merv Griffin show in 1972. I am having a problem with my leg.
Well, let me examine it. Oh, God! Zsa Zsa's got gangrene!
Gabardine?
Gangrene!
Aberdeen?
Gangrene!
Vaseline? Gasoline?
Gangrene! Gangrene! Say it!
Gangrene. Green. Gangrene.
This leg has to come off.
What you say? You must be joking.
Oh, looks like old Zsa Zsa's gonna get the doctor's giggles treatment. At least you've stopped burping up pizza, old buddy.
Connie, help me hold her down.
Oh, stop it! All of you! I can't take it anymore. Leave Zsa Zsa alone. And you, with the poison ivy, why the hell didn't you bring a bottle of calamine lotion? And you, Mrs. Miller, you're the worst of all. You and that disgusting dead baby. Ever since the moment I first laid eyes on you, you've been nothing but a nuisance, blathering and chattering on about your trysts and such. No one wants to hear that. You're a disgrace to all womankind, and I, for one, can't imagine what the gays see in you. Oh, goodbye, old woman. Back to hell where you belong.
Will anyone rescue Mrs. Miller's dead baby? Will anyone get poison ivy? Will Zsa Zsa lose her leg? Will Connie Porter throw anyone else overboard? Stay tuned for the next installment of Duck Boat.
Fuck! That asshole didn't light a match. I think something died in there. What's a girl to do?
Oh, heavens to Betsy. What can you do about this awful smelling fish?
Jesus, his socks reek. What can I do about them?
Shit, girl! There's a motherfucking dead-ass hooker in this joint! Deport the infestation before there's an investigation. Ooh!
Stench away and keep them odors at bay. Similar products sell for up to $29.95, but call now and receive this special offer. $9.95 per can. 2 can minimum. Don't spend another moment smelling nasty socks, rancid toilet odor, fish dinner fiasco, or rotting dead-ass hookers.
And remember, for all your odor troubles, there's just one product. Stench away and keep them odors at bay. Ooh!
To order, call 1-800-555-STINK. Remember, you'll get the ultra-fast, sure to lose the gas, stench away, and a lifetime guarantee for 2 weeks for only $9.95, plus processing and handling fee of $49.95 per minute. But wait, order in the next 12 seconds and receive 2 cases of stench away for the price of 3. To order, call 1-800-555-STINK. That's 1-800-555-STINK. Call today and take the stench away.
Don't just think about a fantasy tonight. Pick up the phone and call the Fantasy Girls.
We never let you down. You always get a new girl and a different fantasy every time you call.
Hot, hot fantasy in the privacy of your own home. Totally private and strictly confidential. Shh. Let us make your dreams come true tonight.
Call a fantasy girl in your area now. It's only $1.99 for the first minute, $69.99 each additional minute. Adults only.
If you don't buy your clothes from Cross Brothers Men's Store, you're a real chicken.
Cross Brothers Men's Store, Store of the Stars. We're joining now at the confirmation hearings of Mrs. Alva Miller for Secretary of Public Restrooms. This is a new position added to the cabinet by President Ronald Rump. Right now, she's answering questions from Senator Twatwaffle of North Carolina, Republican incumbent senator for 52 years, and junior Senator Crotch Tingle, Democrat from Minnesota. We're live now. Let's join them.
In these proceedings, we have moved to eliminate the positions of interior, exterior, superior, and the EPA. Now, the NEA has been merged with the CIA, and the FBI will now report to the NFL. On now to Mrs. Alva Miller, candidate for the newly created cabinet post, Secretary of Public Restrooms. My distinguished colleague from Minnesota, you are recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Senator Twatwaffle. Pleasure to speak to all of you today on this beautiful, lovely morning.
On with it.
Well, of course. Okay, please state your name and your occupation.
My name is Mrs. Alva Miller. I'm a singer, custodial aficionado, and all-around general whore.
Okay, and what is your musical training?
Well, I started off on the Merv Griffin show, then I moved on to karaoke, and then I got into bathhouses. Barry Manilow once backed me up on the piano. Huh? Actually, he backed me up, and I'm not talking about the piano.
Can we hear a little?
Oh, sure. Don't cry out loud, just keep it inside and learn how to hide your feelings.
Can someone get her a tissue, please? Now, Mrs. Miller, in the 2013 budget crisis, you were quoted as flip-flopping on the toilet tissue. Now, could you please clarify your position? Are you a Scott tissue kind of gal, or are you Charmin?
Oh, actually, I like to use brawny to wipe my ass, honorable senators.
Well, what about the risk of paper towels clogging up the infrastructure of the septic and sanitation systems?
Oh, I got a lot of tricks up my sleeve, boys. Me and Brawny and Mr. Clean go way back.
How do you know this, Mr. Clean?
Yeah, I mean, has he been tested? Is he a legal citizen?
Me and Brawny and Clean, we used to party at Key West back in the 80s. And I'll have you know that with Mr. Clean, the carpet matches the drapes, and he's got no gag reflex whatsoever.
I see. And I see here in 2003, you were entrapped in a raid at the men's room of the Strawbridge department store in Center City, Philadelphia.
Well, actually, that policeman was in the Village People, and he was in town for the Mummers Parade, and we sang YMCA until the cows came home. It's fun to play at the YMCA.
Are you aware that in the great state of North Carolina, transgender people are choosing their own restrooms?
Well, actually, to be honest, I don't care who pees next to me. I'm just here for the party. I want to use the bathroom with the cast of Laugh-In and Michael Jackson's Llama.
Have you ever visited a Russian restroom?
Does the Pope shit in the woods?
Have you ever traveled to Russia?
Does Jeff Sessions like White Russian dressing?
Have you had any communication with Russian officials?
Well, actually, picture this. It's 1985. We're on the set of White Knights with Baryshnikov and Gregory Hines. Well, all of a sudden, someone blows a big one and pewed it stink. And, he who smelled it dealt it, so I'm trying to play cool, pretend that I don't know anything. And then all of a sudden, Gorbachev comes running in with a bottle of Stoli and underwear on his head. And, then Baryshnikov goes running off, scared, and Gregory Hines just busts out laughing. And then the next thing you know, we're in the green room with Patsy Nadina from AbFab getting plastered. True story.
And how did that make you feel?
You have no right to ask me how I feel. You have no right to speak with me so kind.
Ah, that's all, Mrs. Miller. You are confirmed.
Oh, thank you very much.
Imagine, if you will, a world where all the answers are at your fingertips. Everybody wants to know about their future, and now you can. Call Miss Tony's psychic hotline. Let's take our first call.
Hello, Miss Tony. Hi, my man has been very distant lately. Is he cheating on me?
That's a very good question. But first, let's consult the cards. Now, caller, I'm holding a deck of cards and I want you to think very clearly about a number. Can you do that?
Yes.
All right. Is it 9 of clubs?
No.
Is it 10 of hearts?
No.
Is it 2 of diamonds?
No! What kind of shit is this? I'm paying $9.99 a minute.
Well, at Miss Tony's psychic hotline, we might not be able to accurately tell your future, but we could accurately read you. Look, you said that you might be cheating on you, right?
Yeah.
Well, the answer lies in your attic. I want you to do me a favor and look up in your attic. There's dead cats up there. You got some dead pussy, bitch. Get off my line. If you thought that Nostradamus was accurate, then call 1-888-READ-YOU for our experts. Well, just last week, we predicted 1 out of 6 of the Powerball numbers. And just last month, we predicted that there'd be no black nominees for the Oscars. Only one day after the nominations were announced. Let's listen in on a call.
The IRS is on to you. Get out of the house now.
Everybody wants to know about their future, and now you can.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Cookie. I'm your host, Cookieman. Today, we're going to take you step by step through how to prepare a tasty meal for your family. This dinner is not only delicious and nutritious, it's also super easy to make. We'll start out with an appetizer of stuffed mushrooms, then we'll move on to tangy meatloaf and also a side of delicious smashed sweet potatoes and vegetable primavera. We'll also have a fruity and very refreshing drink, the blood orange Tangri-La. Now that's both with and without alcohol. For dessert, well, we have a very special guest today. He's a 5-time Michigan Star champion and a late night a late-night infomercial host. Please welcome Olaf Salami. Thank you for coming to the show.
Oh, thanks, Cookie. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, Olaf, tell me, what do you think of our menu?
Well, I love it, especially because we created it together.
Olaf, is that a pan in your hand, or are you just happy to see me?
Oh, Cookie, this is my latest culinary tool, the Olaf Plus. We will be using it to create our yumptious meal. It is non-stick and it heats to the perfect temperature.
And Olaf, what do you have planned for dessert?
It's a super easy to make marshmallow surprise.
Oh, Olaf, what's in that?
Well, we'll find out later because it's a surprise!
Well, thank you, Olaf. We'll see you in just a bit.
See you then, Cookie.
Well, as you can see, we have a lot to do today. Well, first, I'm going to start by prepping my kitchen, and it's something you should do too. It's called Place. That's right, everything in its place before you start the cooking process. Well, first, you need to include your ingredients. And I always recommend that you go to your local farmer's market and your hometown butcher. Also, we need our tools and, of course, your phone. Well, you really should have someone take your phone while you are cooking. Of course, you should always wash your hands before handling or preparing any type of food. So while I go do that, you watch this important message from our sponsor.
If you don't buy your clothes at Cross Brothers Men's Store, you will be taken by the dark side. Oh, no. Oh.
Cross Brothers Men's Store, Store of the Stars.
Well, we have everything ready. We have our tools, our ingredients, our special guest, and our kitchen is all ready.
Sounds good. Are we ready to cook?
We are so ready to cook. Unfortunately, we're out of time.
No!
But tune in next week when we'll talk about making the perfect burger from vegan to bison. And we'll have the French fry diary guy here to talk about making the perfect burger side dish. In the meantime, I want to thank our special guest, Olaf Salami. Thank you for being here.
Nice to be here.
And remember, by the way, thank you for watching Cooking with Cookie. And remember, if you never get to the cooking, it will always leave your guests wanting more. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Cut! Cookie, can I talk to you for a sec?
Sure.
Yeah, what just happened?
What do you mean?
Well, it's supposed to be a cooking show, and you went through all that stuff, but you didn't actually cook anything. What the hell?
I'm just an actress. I don't actually know how to cook any of that stuff.
You mean we've been wasting our time each week?
I don't quite think so. I mean, people love to watch and listen to things about cooking and food.
Whatever.
Well, one thing I am good at making is reservations. Treat you to lunch?
Fine.